Hi, everyone. Welcome to Chair Yoga for COVID-19. Kind of a catchy name, or name we'd rather not have, but that's the focus of our practice today. I'm Linda Wisdow, and normally I teach Chair Yoga at the Community Center in Pine Plains. But since we have lost access to the Community Center and to each other, I thought I would try a YouTube video. I have some students who don't use Facebook, so I thought we would try YouTube. It's important to keep in mind that yoga is not a substitute for medical attention. If you're experiencing any symptoms of COVID-19 or any illness or injury, please check in with your doctor because it's important not to ignore any things like that. Certainly you may not get tested for COVID-19, but you could be having some other illness or condition that's important to pay attention to. I like to always remind my students that in yoga, it is not a no pain, no gain kind of situation. In yoga, we're working to learn to listen to our bodies. The word yoga means to yoke or to join. And what we're endeavoring to join mostly is the mind and body. And for people who are spiritually oriented, the mind, body, and spirit. So we want to listen to our bodies and to realize that not every posture, every movement is for everyone. Our bodies are different, our muscles are different, our bones are different. And just because one person is doing this, it doesn't mean it's right for our bodies. So in yoga, we want to make sure we're listening to our bodies and either opting out of a pose that's causing us pain or discomfort, or finding an adaptation or modification for that pose. In my chair yoga classes, we do some standing postures. For folks who are not able to stand, you can do any of these standing postures still seated. Just do the arm movements. For anyone who would like an extended full chair practice, please contact me and I would be happy to work with you on that. All right, I think that's all the housekeeping stuff. So again, this practice is specific for the time of COVID-19. Certainly if you're ill with COVID-19, you don't want to be starting any practices or doing yoga. You want to take care of yourself, rest, drink plenty of fluids, and just hopefully have your illness go quickly out the door. That's what I hope for this whole illness thing. But even for folks who aren't getting COVID-19, more than likely we're not breathing. And yes, certainly we're breathing, probably hyperventilating, upper chest breathing. That's what we tend to do when we're stressed. So I thought it would be important for all of us to pay attention to the breath, to bring our attention there, and even if throughout our day we're still upper chest breathing, I can't get toilet paper, I can't get this, I can't get that, oh, I sniffled, is that it? Even if we're doing that at other times of the day, if we could bring our attention back and hopefully engage in some full breathing, it will help us to reduce stress. When we're upper chest breathing, it tends to increase muscle tension and make us feel even more anxious, which leads to more upper chest breathing. So in this practice today, we're going to be focusing primarily on the breath. When we talk about a yoga breath, the first thing we think about is taking a full 3-part breath. And this is not straining to do a 3-part breath. This is allowing our natural breath. When you see a baby breathe, they're breathing with their whole bodies. They're doing 3-part breathing. So this is more about an allowing than a forced breath. To begin this, we're going to bring the hands to the abdomen. And what we want to do is on the inhale, feel the abdomen expanding out into the palms. And exhaling, feeling that abdomen contracting back. And what we're doing is relaxing into this movement, not forcing it, relaxing, allowing the abdomen to expand, allowing it to contract. Full inhale and full exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Now let's bring one hand to the upper chest. First part is the abdomen breathing. Second part is upper chest. Inhaling and exhaling. exhaling. Again, allowing that expansion. Inhale. And exhale. On each exhale, allowing any tension, any stress to be released from the body, released from the mind. Inhaling and exhale. Now we'll take that hand that was on the upper chest, bringing that to the ribs, feeling the intercostal muscles expanding and contracting. Taking full 3-part yogic breaths. Inhaling and exhale. And when you have a sense of that allowing a 3-part breath, just bring the hands to the knees. And just feel each breath washing over you, washing through the mind and the body. Full inhale and exhale. And with those full breaths in mind, we're going to stand up. Anyone who needs to remain seated, please do so. And we'll come into our Qi gathering. I always like to incorporate Qi Kung in the yoga practice for the wonderful healing benefits that can add to yoga. And what we'll do, everyone, is we're going to gather up our Qi, and we're going to draw that energy down into our sacral chakra or lower dantian. It's just an energy center in the body. There are several. This is one specific energy center. And then we're going to go into our lung healing sound. Our lung healing sound is going to help us to release any excess feelings of sickness or sadness or grief. And we're going to be bringing in a sense of courage and righteousness and an ability to deal with situations. All right? So let's begin gathering our Qi. Everyone inhaling, the arms come up. Gathering the Qi from the air around you and exhaling down through the body into lower dantian. And again, inhale, gathering. And exhale, lower. Let's go 2 more, inhaling. And exhale. Last one, inhaling. And exhale. Just keeping the hands at lower dantian for a couple of breaths. Feeling that exchange between the solar plexus, lower dantian, and the palms. Inhaling. And exhale. Coming into lung healing sound, we're going to again inhale the arms up, palms come together in namaste, down into the heart and lung center, exhaling out with the sound shh. And again, inhaling. Let's go 2 more, inhaling up. And last one. Hands to the side. Standing mountain posture, shoulders are down and away from the ears, crown of the head lifted. Feeling the strength of a mountain, the stability of a mountain. Inhaling and exhaling. Now we're going to come into seated open attention. And this is where we simply take a few moments just to check in with the mind and body. Notice what you might be feeling, areas of tension, areas of calm. No need to judge any of these feelings. Just notice them, being aware that it's all part of the full human experience. Keep breathing, allowing the full breath, not concentrating on it in any way, just allowing your body to breathe. Now what I'd like us to do is take the palms, gather our chi ball. Chi is simply a word for energy. And as we all know, all of us, all of this world, trees, birds, it's all energy. We're all atoms, protons, and neutrons and electrons, all little bundles of energy. And what we like to do is take that energy. The palms are very powerful energy conductors. And just hold that chi ball in your hands. You might want to notice what color it is today. It could be bright yellow. It could be dark blue, black. All of the colors of the spectrum are all viable. They're all very good to have in any moment. The full spectrum we'll experience from day to day. And as we're holding this chi ball, working with the breath again, we're going to inhale, allow the chi ball, allow our lungs, our ribs to expand. Exhale, contract and coming together. Again, inhaling. Visualize or imagine that ball of chi, be it yellow, blue, black, red. Picture it expanding on that inhale. And contracting on the exhale. Notice what temperature your chi ball might be. Is it warm? Is it hot? Or is it cool, cold? Inhaling and exhale. Come into a diagonal inhale, having that chi ball expand in that direction, and exhale. And other way, inhale and exhale. Let's go on the diagonal one more time. Inhale, exhale. Other side. And exhale. One more time out to each side. And simply lower the hands to the thighs. Shoulder shrug just to release any tension that might have built up in the shoulders, and release. Awesome. Excellent. Look inside, see if you notice any difference from before we started. See if that breathing, that movement has helped you to release any tension. When we're talking about our expanding the different parts of our bodies when we allow the breath, forward thinking back and forth is something we do easily throughout our day. We don't do a lot of work in these directions. So we're going to do some lateral bends, some side bends, to help us to expand and have an awareness of what it feels like to allow that expansion in the ribs. To start with this, we're going to inhale the hands up, bringing the hands together, clasping the fingers and pushing up toward the ceiling. The arms don't have to be straight. You could be here. The hands don't have to be fully clasped if you're having arthritis problems, adaptations and modifications, just something like this. Whatever your body feels comfortable with today. We'll inhale forward and exhale, slight bend to the side just to bring an awareness to those intercostals, to those ribs. And inhale, center. Exhale, coming the other way. Wonderful. Inhale, center. Let's release those hands that bring them forward. Palms are up. Receiving. Inhale and exhale, lower the palms. Now taking one hand to hold on to the side of your chair, inhaling, the arm comes up, other arm comes up, reaching toward the ceiling, And we come into the side bend from here. And keep inhaling and exhaling. Get the sense that there's a hand pressing against those ribs and that you're breathing, inhaling into that hand. Exhale. And then let's bring that arm forward. Let's bend forward just a little bit so you get a sense of what it is breathing into the back of the ribs, the back of the body. Full inhale and exhale. One more breath here. Then coming back all the way up and releasing that hand down to the chair. Awesome. How does that feel? A sense of openness in that side of the body that will now bring to the other side. Inhaling, the other arm comes up overhead, reaching. Exhale, coming into the side bend. Again, getting that sense that you're breathing those ribs into a hand, pressing against the ribs. Inhale and exhale. And again, coming forward slightly so that you have a sense of breathing into the back of the ribs, breathing into the back of the body. And again, coming up, and the hand comes down. Again, let's roll some shoulders, releasing any tension. Shoulders come up and down. All right, now we're going to come into fish pose, which is another posture to help us open up the front of the body. Here's my fish that I've talked about in yoga class, and I tell the class I've never seen my fish do this, so maybe we should call the posture opening the lung heart center posture. I'm going to just show you quickly what the floor posture looks like, the official fish posture that my fish, I guess, is supposed to be doing all the time. The posture goes like this, where the hands are back, supporting the buttocks, chest is open, and the head comes back slightly. Now, I don't like to see folks going back really far with the neck. With the head, I think it's best to either keep the head here if you have stress in the neck, or just a nice, comfortable bend. Because if we come all the way back, we are cutting off the air supply. The whole purpose is to be able to have a full air exchange. So what we're going to do to bring this into the chair posture, I'm going to turn my chair sideways. Certainly you don't have to. I just want you to see what I'm doing here. For this, we're going to sit a little bit forward in the chair to allow for the arms to be behind us. There are variations you can do. You can put the hands down on the chair, elbows pushing into the back of the chair to help you open up the chest. Or you can take fists, light fists into the waist area toward the lower back and do it that way, or just hands here. And that helps us to open up this area. You can stretch the legs out in front for this posture, not necessary. The legs can stay here. And again, be very mindful of the neck. Some of us have a lot of issues with the neck, a lot of instability. The gaze can stay forward. Gaze can be here, gaze can be here. Not to flop that head back, you're cutting off your air supply. The fish pose is known in yoga to be the destroyer of all diseases. It helps us to stimulate the thymus, our immune system. The lung center gets stimulated, heart center, kidneys. So it's a very powerful pose. So let's come into our fish posture again. Find what works for you. This is just fine. Or you can come into a full posture here. Just have a sense that your chest, your heart center and lung center are open, the sternum lifting toward the ceiling. Inhaling and exhaling. If you find any discomfort, again, take that head, take the neck forward. You don't want any stress, any strain in the posture. Inhaling and exhaling. And when you're ready, just release the legs, release the arms. Sitting forward, I will move my chair forward. And notice anything. I always tell my classes, scooch it out. If you need to scooch something, the shoulders, the buttocks, the legs need to move. Feel free at any time, especially in between postures, scooch it out. That's my motto in yoga, scooch it out. All right, now we're going to talk about lung meridian, lung acupressure points. We've heard a lot about that through acupuncture, acupressure exercises, that there are energy meridians, just like we talked about energy centers in the body. We also have energy meridians that go out to different areas of the body. So we want to focus for a few minutes on the lung acupressure points and lung meridians, because again, we want to make sure that our lungs are as healthy as can be, because we know with COVID-19 that this is our most vulnerable area in the disease, is when it affects our lungs and causes shortness of breath, pneumonias, and what have you. And we also just want to make sure, with or without COVID-19 or the flu or a bronchitis, that we are getting the full benefit of our lungs and what they're doing for us. Because our breath, we know, it's our most important thing that we're taking in. We can live a few days we can live without food for a few weeks, we can live without water for a few days, but we cannot live without the breath for more than a few minutes. So the breath is very, very important to us. All right, so our lung acupressure point. If you take your thumb, feel along your collarbone, there's a little protruding kind of thing that you'll find right above the armpit, like 1.5 inches, 2 inches above the armpit. And if you go toward the midline of the body, there's a little divot there. And that's one of the lung acupressure points. If you push in there, you can notice, you might get a little like, oh, that aches, kind of like an achy feeling. And that tells you that that is a very powerful energy spot. If you find that, just feel around, even if you're just near it. You might want to just put some pressure there. Full inhale and exhale. When you inhale, you can feel the chest expanding into your thumbs. And on the exhale, relaxing back. One more breath here. And exhale. And now to work this meridian a little bit more, the acupressure point, the meridian actually goes all the way down the arm into the thumb and the index finger. So what we're going to do to help move the energy in that meridian is we're going to inhale the arms up, being aware that we're stretching out the thumb and the index finger a bit. And then we exhale, bring the arms back until you feel that little tug in front of the shoulders. Inhale up and opening. And exhale down and back. Feeling the pressure on that lung meridian, acupressure point. Inhaling. And down. Now let's hold there for a breath. And then let's exhale, cross the hands in front on the knees, and just squeeze together with the shoulders, squeeze together, and you feel you're activating those acupressure points. Again, let's open out to the side. And squeezing shut. Let's open out to the side, arching the back very slightly. And exhale. Round just a bit. Inhale, open. And exhale, round. Excellent. Let's just come to sit center. Again, scooch it out if you need to scooch it out. Now what I would like us to do is come into a chi push. Again, we're working with the breath. We're working with the energies in chi. And what we're doing for this movement, series of movements, is we're just going to take some light fists. You don't want to go like this, but if that's what you're feeling, I can't argue with you. It's bringing into the hands into some light fists. We're going to inhale, center, and exhale. Just moving some chi. Inhale, bringing that back in. Exhale. And as always, you can be breathing all through the nose. I tend to inhale through the nose. I tend to exhale through the mouth. When I feel that I have excess energy, I need to release. If I'm feeling relaxed and calm, I'll tend to breathe in and out through the nose. But during these stressful times, that's working for me. Inhale, gather. Exhale, moving. Let's just go once more on each side. And hands come to the knees. Let's take a moment for a big inhale and exhale. Coming into sweeping water posture. A lot of when we work with water, water often symbolizes the emotions, and emotions, we have to keep in mind, are simply energy, E, that needs to be in motion, emotion. And what we tend to do a lot of times is we hold all of this inside, and certainly that will cause blockages in our energy system because those emotions need to move like waves in the ocean. So this is just a series of movements that help us to move some of that energy and remind us that that energy needs to be in motion. For sweeping water, seated sweeping water, we're going to inhale the arms up. I'm going to turn to the side. I'm turning to my right. And then we exhale. One arm goes to the knee, one arm down, up, and release. Other side, inhaling, arms come up. Exhale, turning to the other side. Exhale, hand to knee. Other hand is sweeping the water up and down. Inhale up. Exhale, turn. And sweeping down. And other side. Inhale up. Turn and sweep and down. Let's do once more on each side. Inhale up and side and sweeping down. Bring the hand to the knee. Last one. Inhale up, turning and sweeping down. Hands to the knees. Shoulder shrug to release any tension. Scooch out whatever you feel you might need to scooch. All right, now we're going to come into seated eagle posture. Those of you who are very familiar with yoga will have a different concept of where the arms go with eagle. Because of my body limitations, I don't do that arm thing. If I even demonstrate it, I'll be done. I'll be done for a week. So we're going to do my modified eagle posture. We can cross the leg at the knee. If that doesn't work for you, feel free to simply cross at the foot or keep the arms here. Always be ready to adapt and modify, listening to the body. Let's inhale, the arms come out to the side, opening up the heart center, the lung center. Exhale, we're coming into a hug. We're rounding the back, bringing the chin to the chest. And if you're feeling so motivated, you can squeeze the thighs together just a bit. Don't squeeze too hard. And make sure you breathe in full inhale and exhale. Feel those shoulders expanding when you inhale and relaxing on the exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now very gently releasing the arms, uncrossing the legs. We're coming into a flying movement, be it an eagle, a hawk, a vulture, whatever you want to envision for yourself. Those arms are flying, moving skyward, bringing the arms up further and further as you ascend. Inhale. One more time. And releasing down to the thighs. Shoulders up and down. Bringing the posture to the other side. Again, you can cross here or cross at the ankle. The two sides of the body might be different as far as flexibility and comfort goes, so be mindful of that. Don't feel you have to do the posture the same way on both sides. And again, we're inhaling, opening up the body in the heart center and coming into a hug. Rounding the upper back, chin comes toward the chest. And again, if you're feeling so motivated, we're squeezing the thighs together. And we keep breathing, inhale and exhale. One more breath. And releasing very gently, very carefully, uncrossing the legs and flying again. Finding what works for your arms today. If you need to stay down here, that works just fine. If you feel you need to stay as high as you can, just find where the body is comfortable and feeling a sense of benefit. Inhale, exhale. And lowering the hands to the knees. Inhale up, exhale down. Now what I'd like to do, we've done a lot of flowing postures that move with the breath, vinyasa type of postures. Now we're going to come into seated triangle and revolved triangle, which are postures that are more static, that we're holding while we breathe. So for seated triangle, we're going to take one leg out to the side of the chair, the other leg stays front. Folks with hip replacements, any hip issues, be mindful. If you need to keep that leg here, just finding where you're comfortable. Be very careful with your adductor muscles. These are very sensitive muscles, so you don't want to overextend them. All right? So for triangle, we're going to inhale the arms up, reaching, expanding. And then we're going to exhale, take the hand that's on the same side as the leg that's out to the side and lower it to the inside of the thigh. We're going to inhale again here, reach with that top arm, and exhale, slide that hand down a bit along the calf, along the shin. The other arm stays straight up. We're not coming into any right angle or crescents. We're keeping this arm straight up. Excellent, and keep breathing. Nice big inhale. And exhale. One more breath. And on an inhale, carefully, gently releasing out of the posture, moving in between postures with as much mindfulness as we do in the posture. For revolved triangle, we'll take that arm, that hand that was up in the air, and we're going to take that to the knee that's out to the side, reaching across the body. And as always, if this is not comfortable for you, keep the hand here, put the hand on the abdomen, Don't overextend. We want to find balance between effort and ease in yoga. So with that hand somewhere crossing the body, we'll inhale, the other arm comes up. And this is revolved triangle, keeping that hand straight up, the arm straight. Inhaling and exhaling. Make sure you're breathing fully, allowing the breath, not straining the breath, allowing the breath. And when you're ready, just lower that hand down. While you're there, grab that leg and help it in. Like I said, you want to be careful of adductors. Very sensitive. I speak from experience. All right, let's take the other leg out to the side, remembering that the two sides of the body are different. And again, finding where that leg is most comfortable for you today. Coming first into triangle posture, inhaling, the arms come up, reaching, and exhaling. That hand for the leg that's out to the side, coming down along the thigh, the inner thigh. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale, sliding down slightly, coming into a bit of a bend, into triangle posture, taking full inhales and full exhales. And when you're ready, we're going to release out of that posture, moving with slowness and mindfulness. We'll take that hand that was up in the air, crossing that over the body. Again, could be to the knee, to the thigh, upper thigh, abdomen, just getting a little bit of a cross in the body. Inhale, the other arm comes up, reaching into revolved triangle. Inhaling and exhaling. One more breath. And when you're ready, coming out of the posture, grabbing that leg and bringing it forward. Scooching out whatever needs to be scooched out. Big inhale and exhale. Now we're going to be coming into some standing postures. Again, many of these can be done if you're seated. If anyone wants to talk about modifications in any more depth, please contact me. And as always, coming into our standing postures, we're going to stand up. My class, Mother Earth Scoops, and then we'll come into pulling prana and then our breath of joy. And we'll skip the blast offs. Let's just come directly. You want to make sure the chair isn't right behind you for this so you don't be smacking your buttocks into the chair. All right, so coming into Mother Earth Scoops, we start from standing mountain, just connecting with the mountains, connecting with Mother Earth. And then we're going to bend the knees, gathering up the bounty of Mother Earth, showering the mind and the body, and pushing out toward the heavens. And again, gathering the bounty of Mother Earth, showering the mind and body, and reaching, expanding. 2 more times. Inhale. And showering and expanding. Last one. Gathering the bounty of Mother Earth, showering and expanding. Let's bring the hands to the sides, coming into pulling prana. Let's inhale in standing mountain. We're going to exhale, palms down, gentle bend in the knees. And pulling prana, pulling energy, prana, chi, energy, all the same. Exhale. Pulling prana. Gathering all the energy you need to make it through these crazy times. Exhale. And pulling prana. Let's go one more time. and relax. Okay, now coming into breath of joy, be mindful of your body. Don't overdo anywhere. We're kind of zipping around kind of quickly, so just be mindful that you don't overdo. We're going to inhale the arms front. Inhale, side. Inhale, up and release. Inhale, front. Inhale, sides. Inhale, up and release. You can feel free to make a noise on the release. And up. Let's go 2 more. Front, side, up, and front, side, up. And now this time we release and hold. And coming up nice and slowly, you can walk the hands up the thighs if you need that extra support. The head is the last thing to come up. Shoulders down, away from the ears, standing mountain posture. Full inhale and full exhale. All right. Now we're going to take the chair, and you don't have to move your chair this way. I just want everyone to be able to see what I'm doing. We're going to do a chair-supported down dog, come into a pyramid vinyasa where we're moving back and forth with the breath, and then warrior 1. All right, we'll do that on both sides. So for a down dog with the chair, and any time throughout your day, if you're feeling stressed, you can use your kitchen counter to do a little down dog, back of a chair, back of a couch, whatever's working for you. We're going to hold on to the back of the chair and step back, step back, step back, as far as you're comfortable so that you can feel a little bit of a stretch in the back of the thighs. Knees should be bent a little bit. Don't lock the knees. If you're feeling like, oh, I have the flexibility, I can straighten the legs, still don't lock the knees. In the arms, you can be all the way straight, or you have the elbows bent. Find what works for you. If you're here, this is excellent as well. Just find a place that works for you. Feel free to play with it when you have time throughout your day. Not like any of us doesn't have time. Anyway, so we just want to be getting a bit of a stretch in the back of the body. Feeling a release. When you're ready, we're going to come up, step forward with 1 foot. Again, we're not locking the knees. Legs are relatively straight, but the knees aren't locked. Get the chair in a spot that feels comfortable for you. And what we have with the feet is sort of where the front heel is lined up with the arch of the back foot. The back foot is, I don't know if you can see, it's kind of on a 45-degree angle to the front foot. All right, I'll just switch this back a little more. Okay. And what we're going to do with the pyramid posture, this is our pyramid. We're going to inhale, standing erect. And then we exhale, using the chair for support, coming forward, feeling that stretch in the back of that thigh, stretch in the other buttock. And inhale, coming up. Let's exhale, coming forward again. Moving slowly and with awareness so that if something is not going to feel right for you, if it's going to cause discomfort or pain, you can feel it and say, whoa, stop here. All right. Let's go 2 more times. And inhaling up. And last one. And up. And then what we're going to do here is come into warrior 1 posture. For this, we're simply going to bend that front knee just a little bit. You want to make sure you can still see your toes. You don't want that knee to extend out in front of the toes. You want to make sure you can see your toes to keep stability in that knee joint. This is the leg posture for warrior 1. Again, back foot is on a 45-degree angle to the front. And you can do this posture right from here with the hands holding onto the chair, or you can lift up one arm, Find your stability there. If you're feeling so inspired, both arms can come up alongside the ears, inhaling and exhaling. Let's take a few breaths here. Feeling that upper chest expanding. And when you're ready, hands come to the back of the chair and push forward. And here, just like in the chair, we're going to scooch it out. Anything that needs to be scooched out, you create a little tension when we're doing postures that we hold. I always like our students to scooch it out. Right, now we're just going to do the posture on the other side. We'll start from here. So let's take the other foot back. The foot that was in the back before is now in the front. Again, 45-degree angle for that back foot, lining up the heel of the front foot with the arch of the back foot. Doesn't have to be spot on. Find where you're comfortable in your stance. This is pyramid posture. Inhaling as erect. Exhaling, pushing back with the buttocks. Feeling the stretch in the thighs, stretch in the buttocks. And again, forward. And up. Let's go 2 more times. And up. Again, making sure your knees are not locked. And up. Coming again into Warrior One. We're bending that front knee slightly, making sure we see our toes over the knee. Warrior One can stay right here, or you can lift up one arm, holding onto the chair for support, or come up with both arms, whatever is working for you today. Nice full breaths. Feel that chest expanding, allowing the breath. When you're ready, lowering that hand to the chair and stepping forward. And as always, scooching out whatever needs to be scooched out. All right, we're coming into our time for Shavasana, final relaxation. To transition into that, we'll go through our circle of joy. This is just a series of movements that we're doing with clasped hands. And again, if you're having any kind of arthritis problems, the arms aren't feeling like they want to stretch today, feel free to do everything modified, keeping the arms, the hands closer to the body. All right? Circle of joy. Inhale, clasping the fingers, and we exhale and drop. Inhale, center. Exhale, pushing out with the hands. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, releasing the hands behind you, clasping the hands. Inhale, pushing together. You can rise up on your toes slightly, not necessary. Arms come forward, and namaste. And again, drop. Inhaling, and exhale out to the far wall. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Hands come together. Inhale, opening the chest. Exhale. Inhale forward. And if you're not inhaling or exhaling where I'm saying, those are just cues. You breathe wherever you feel comfortable breathing. The most important thing is the breath. Let's just go one more time. and release. All right, coming into final relaxation, Shavasana. This is the time where we simply relax. We allow the exhale of our breath to just release any tension we're holding in the mind and body. Let the back rest against the back of the chair. The hands can be on the thighs, can be on the chair, wherever you feel comfortable. Nice big inhale and exhale for releasing. You can feel free to close the eyes or lower the gaze toward the floor. Just feeling the benefits of your practice today. Big inhale and exhale. And bringing the attention to the crown of the head, visualize or imagine a golden healing light. Swirling, bringing a sense of calm, a sense of peace and healing to the mind and body. And allow that light, that warmth to flow down the back of your head, down into the back of your neck, allowing all the muscles in the back of your head to relax. And bring that relaxation, that warmth, that light into your face. Feel it flowing into your forehead, down into your eyebrows, your eyes. Feel it flowing down into your cheeks, your nose, your lips, your chin and your jaw, all the muscles in your face relaxing. And bring that relaxation, that warmth, that healing down into your shoulders. Feel it flowing down through your arms, past your elbows into your forearms. Feel it swirling around your wrists and into your hands and fingers. All the muscles in your arms relaxing and letting go. Bring that relaxation, that warmth, that healing into your shoulder blades. Feel it flowing down through your vertebrae, down in between your ribs. Feel it flowing into your waist and into your lower back. All the muscles in your back relaxing. And bring that sense of relaxation, that calm, that warmth into the front of your body. Feel it filling your heart center, your lungs. Allow it to flow down into your abdomen, your solar plexus, down into your pelvis. All the muscles relaxing and letting go. And allow that relaxation, that warmth, that healing to flow down into your buttocks. Feel it flowing down into your thighs, your knees. Allow it to flow down through your shins and your calves, your ankles, into your feet and your toes. All the muscles from the top of your head into the tips of your toes, filled with warm, golden, healing light and peace. Beginning to bring your attention back into the room and all the plans that you have for the day or evening ahead. Begin to deepen the inhale and the exhale, allowing the inhale to energize the mind and body, preparing you for what lies ahead. Deepening the inhale and the exhale, begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes, bringing a sense of wakefulness to the mind and body. You might want to tilt the head from side to side ever so gently, waking up the shoulders, waking up the neck, the torso. Wonderful. If you have a window nearby, you might want to glance outside and see what's waiting for you out there. Or maybe you'll be going to bed. Notice the stars and the moon, whatever time of day it is for you. Looking forward to what lies ahead. Big inhale and exhale. Bringing the hands into Namaste. Wishing each and every one of us an abundance of good health, safety, sanity, and peace as we go forward with our lives. Always aware that we have within us all the wisdom, all the strength, and all the courage to come through all of our life crises and transitions with a sense of wholeness and a sense of passion and compassion for ourselves, for each other, and the world around us. Namaste. Everyone stay safe, stay healthy. Wash your hands. Take care.